What's up, guys? Welcome back to another trading video with me, Oscar. Today we're going to review I think it's my fourth real trade. I'll pull up my profit chart real quick. I'm currently down like $100 after commission and all that stuff. And today I took a really unnecessary loss. Although I'm super happy with the turnout of this trade. So just real quick, I'm down like $45 like on realized profit and loss, but overall my locate fees, commissions and all that stuff, down about $100. So like the situation is still under control. I'm trading really small until I get my tracking done. When I get my tracking done, I'm probably going to sizing a bit bigger. Probably going to use. We'll see. I don't wanna jinx anything, but we'll see how it turns out. I'm going to play it bigger at least. So, and also as I get my tracking down, I should have some more experience with these setups. So, AETI, the main thinking process of this trade is, once again, overextended gap up. We've seen this so many times this recent month with all these low float supernovas going. And I made previous video where I show my spreadsheets. So I basically track these, and I have come up with a solution or a common pattern. When they run for more than 100% on the first day, typically 150 or 140, somewhere within that range, they tend to, if they gap up the next day, they tend to crash. So that is what I want to look for. But something that made me uncomfortable with AETI was that it traded like really weird yesterday. It had huge volume for its previous average volume, and it traded just so weird. It was like getting halted over and over again, and as it was consolidating at its top, it just snapped and then went down. So it was just somewhat of an uncomfortable stock, but that shouldn't have influenced me so much today, but I think it did somewhat down beneath. So what I want to see is either a fade and a bounce, and this is what we got. We got a fade in the morning at the morning open. We got a bounce that stuffed. What I should have done better with this particular small pattern within this big pattern is that I should recognize that this bounce is usually longer than I expected today. And when I get the tracking down, I will also see how far up this bounce gets in relation to the opening price and stuff like that. So basically what I did, I got faked out because I thought this was going to just snap and squeeze so much higher than it did. And it's a good thing that I'm scared, but I could also have used a more key support area or a key resistance area of the high of day or the opening price. It's basically like 2 pennies away. So it wouldn't have made a huge difference. I was just simply scared that this was a low float stock that would like squeeze the hell out of me and I would be down a lot. But even if it had squeezed me, I wouldn't be down that much because I only played a 500 position. or even 200 shares, so not even 500. It's like not even 400. So like a 10% loss would have been 40 bucks. So it's nothing. And I played it uh, smaller because I knew that I didn't like this stock as much as I like other setups. So in hindsight, there is a lot of lessons to learn. And I'm going to say this over and over and over and over again. The best way, or the best lesson that you will ever get is from your losses or from your bad trades, because a loss can be good in one way, because if you follow your plan, that's a good trade. But you can always learn something from your trade, either if it's a profit or a loss. So I think this like recap that I do is so important for my development as a trader. Because if I were just to skip these recaps and not forcing me to do them, I would just, okay, come some new stocks tomorrow, let's see what I do. And then I haven't figured out what I did wrong last time, or good for that reason. So main lesson from AETI is mainly respect your plan. And if you're not comfortable with a trade, either one, don't trade it. It's really simple, because when you start to force trades that you're not comfortable with, you tend not to follow your plan because you're not comfortable with it. And two, this is something that I haven't mentioned yet, but also what I did was that I watched CODX, because this was also a potential play that I saw. I saw that this was also an overextended gap up. It was gapping up huge. So I was thinking about shorting this as well, but this ended up distracting me from AETI. So there's many aspects of why I failed to execute this trade according to my plan. First off, I think I was somewhat scared because I didn't like the previous day, and the yearly chart, sure, it's up 100%, but it's not as clear cut as the other supernovas. The statistics says that this is favoring a short, but the picture on the yearly chart is not equal to the other stuff. So that's two factors right away. I was somewhat uncomfortable with this trade and how this stock moved. So I did a very nice thing. As I said, I took small position. I only reserved 200 shares. And then as I entered, I got scared out because, once again, I wasn't comfortable with this trade. I thought that this was going to squeeze like it did yesterday. Like this. And I didn't want to be part of that for not 1 second. So, and third, I didn't focus in on one trade, and this is something that this is like one of the biggest things that I would take with me until the next overextended gap up, or the next setup for that matter. Don't split your focus on two stocks. I'm not capable of doing that as of right now. I'm too early in the stage of trading that I should focus on more than one setup. If I see a setup, and remember, I have done my homework on AETI. I have checked everything: shares outstanding, float, cash, warrants, you name it. I've checked it. I've done my homework. I know my plan. Now it's just to execute it. But what do? I get distracted by CODX, and my homework is wasted. I made homework that the teacher doesn't even look at. So yeah, somewhat of a frustrating trade, but super helpful for my development as a trader. Yeah, so main lessons that I'm going to take with me. I mentioned mentioned them already, but mainly respect your plan. Remember why you did the homework. Respect it, because otherwise you're going to waste it. Um, and until next time, guys, please trade well, have fun, because trading is fun as it works out. And until next time, have a nice one.